Well, good everyone. Good evening, all. How's everybody doing tonight on November 19th of 2025? It's been cold weather up here in New Jersey, a little windy and stuff like that, but everything's going well. So I hope everybody's doing well, and let's say hello to everyone. Okay, Deep Run Railroad. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Welcome. Jim Tedesco's here. Hey, Jim, welcome. And we got Stormy Sky Rail Productions, Dave. Hey, Dave, welcome. How you doing? Then we got PK and W Model Works. That's Bob. How you doing, Bob? And then let's see who dropped in here. Dwight Curley's here. Curley Express. How you doing, Dwight? Welcome. Georgia Sunbelt. Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? How you doing? And then there's John from Schuylkill River Valley. How you doing, John? Welcome. And let's see. Anybody else popped in? Oh, and James from Dundas Junction Mile Railroad. Welcome, James. Glad you can make it. And I think, and then Grandpa Rails is here. Welcome, JD. How you doing? I think that was the last one in. Oh, and Gerald Stewart's here. Welcome, Gerald. How you doing? So we got a good gang in here tonight so far. Welcome, everyone. If I miss anybody, just give me a shout and I'll say hello. So I got most of the Dessler people done. There's 22 of them. I got 20 of the 22 printed well. One of them I gonna have to reprint because when I was taking the supports off, the feet broke off. So I got to be a little careful with them. They put things on there. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, it's going to be improved. I just haven't had time to do any more videos of the trains because one thing leads to another around here. But I'll get into that once I get into the show. I'll explain what's going on. So I've been working on these people for the Dessler group, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. I'm going to move the camera. Let me make myself big. And right down there on that piece of paper, um, you can't see my mouse, but that's the 22 people. And the one I have to reprint, but I just haven't had time to do the reprint of that. And so um, I thanks, Bob. Been working on it, and then one of the guys that I had, Papa John, the photo I had of him was him walking straight at the camera, I guess. And when I put it up there on Meshy, um, it it put his legs behind each other. I don't know why they weren't to the side of each other. And then I printed them, and when I was taking the supports off, his body split in half. And then I looked inside, and it was all empty. And then I took the file and put it up on Tinkercad, and I turned it upside down and was looking in, and it's all hollow. Now, all the other models I make are solid. So something happened with that creation of that file. And I tried to do it again today, and it didn't work. So I need a good photo of Papa John to complete the Dessler group. I sent an email to Jenny. I haven't heard back from her yet. Maybe she's still looking for one. But Dave's in here. Dave, if you can give Jenny a nudge and see if she got my email about that. We'll see how it goes. And then I can get him. Because I went on Papa John's channel, and he doesn't have an email address like most of the guys do. So I don't know if he doesn't have an email or whatever. Yeah, I've had an issue with Messi as well, and I have not solved it yet. That's a real progress. Oh, okay, James. Okay. And so, yeah, it's weird. The photo of Papa John, there's two other guys in the picture, some background, and I took all the background out one day and tried it. That's what caused the problem he had. So today I tried it without taking the background out, because I had another file that I did that with, and that worked without taking the background out. So it all depends on the photo, I guess. So I need to get him to complete the group. Once I get his thing, then I'll be able to get him to go. So that's sometimes. Yeah, I remeshed it, and I did a couple other things to the file up there on Meshy, and nothing fixed it. So when you remesh it, it takes the features out of the person's face. Like when you, now maybe for regular model it's okay, but when you're doing people and recreating people, you want to see their mouth and their nose and stuff like that. It almost makes a flat face, no features at all on the face. The eyes are gone, the noses and mouth are gone. It's just a flat face. So remeshing it I tried that once on a model, and when I looked at the model, I said, no, this is no good. So it's crazy sometimes. But if I can get a better photo of them, if anybody has a picture of Papa John when he was at your place or at a train show and you saw him there or something, and you took a photo, just email me a photo and I'll see if I can work with it and stuff. But I'm hoping that Jenny and the guys at Stormy had taken some other photos and maybe got, because he was in a couple of photos, but he was the guy in the lower corner, and he was another guy, another picture of him in another lower corner of the picture, so I couldn't see him, his face or anything. So I replied to a couple of his videos asking him to contact me, but some people don't respond to comments on videos, and you never know. Yeah, I heard how you fixed that, James. That's good. So that's what's going on with the Dessler group, and hopefully I can get that done. And then there's a couple of people that I was going to ship out some images to, but I wanted to get the Dessler group done so I can send them those files too. And I don't want to have to send it out twice. And Ray Bobel has still never received my package yet. I heard he was busy working, and because I show it on my app that he told the post office to hold it at the post office. So I don't know when he's going to go there, but I like to make sure that he gets it and stuff like that. File of him. So um, uh, Barbara painted them all, and so he had to painted one of him coming to him. So that was pretty good. So uh, I'm not going to be having my painter for a couple of maybe a week or two because she was over my house the other was Saturday, this past Saturday, and stayed, and then Sunday she went home, and when she got home, she called me back and said, "Hey, I can't see out of my one eye. I only can see black." And then I said, "Well, you better go see a doctor." So she went to the doctor the other day, and they found out that she had blood in the back of her eye. But when I've seen bloody eyes, and your eye is bloody, but her eyes were still all white, look normal, but the blood is behind the eye, and that's what's causing the blackness in her eye. So I took her to the doctors today, and she had to have some pre-tests done because she's going into surgery on Friday to get the eye corrected. So she had cataracts done a long time ago, and I'm thinking something happened there. But the doctor's going to look in and find out what's causing the bleeding and stuff. So it's really interesting. Yeah, well, sometimes, yeah, strokes can cause that too. And but I did some research on it myself, and um, it could be trauma, it could be uh, medications you take. She's taking a lot of medications because she's having her teeth worked on, and maybe that caused it. But I'm thinking something went haywire with the cataract lens that they put in your eye when they do cataracts to you. It could have maybe cut a nerve or cut something to cause the bleeding. So, but anyway, just keep her in your prayers. We'll find out what's going on after the surgery on Friday. So, yeah. So, um, but yeah. So I don't know, James, but you never know. So best to go see a specialist. She went to an eye doctor on Monday. Then he told her to go see a retina specialist. She went there the other day, and that's when I found out that there was blood behind the eye. And so she has good eye movement. The pupils look good. I looked at her pupils and everything looked good. So no, she's going in on Friday for surgery. She didn't have emergency surgery. She's going in on Friday. It's scheduled surgery, not an emergency surgery. Well, she takes, she comes over here and helps me with the layout and stuff. She likes to paint, so she paints all my figures and figures for other people too. So uh, she lives with her son and grandson. She takes care of uh, her uh, grandson while her son's at work and stuff like that. So he goes to school. So he has to take him to school and then pick him up from school and stuff like that. So when he's at school during the week, she can come over during the week and we can get things done around here with the layout and stuff like that. So it works out. Oh, emergency surgery. Yeah, that's not good. Emergency surgery is tough, but you got to do what you have to do sometimes. So that's what was going on with her. And so all these people are going to be sitting idle before she comes. She's got all the neat little paintbrushes and stuff like that. So then I did a video, and most of you saw it, but not everybody, I don't think. But it got a lot of views already this morning. I posted it this morning at about 10:30 when I was on the road, and after that, I looked at it, only saw one view. Now it has like almost 900 views. So shorts are doing really well. And that was my laptop problem. I had a laptop in the computer room that ran JMRI, and it controls the signals and all that stuff. JMRI does. And so I was in the training room the other day, and I moved the table that the laptop was on, just slid it out of my way so I can crawl underneath the layout to work on something. And the lid on the laptop fell closed. Now, those lids are not supposed to fall closed like that. And it put the computer in sleep. I opened it back up. I hit the button. It came back on. And I looked at the monitor, and I could almost pull it right out. The only thing was holding it from coming out altogether was the wires that go from the laptop into the monitor to make the monitor work. So it still worked. It still powers on. It still works and everything. But I says, I can't afford to have this thing doing this all the time. So long time ago, I told Dwight to get a mini computer. And then he reminded me about the mini computer on his stream the other day. And so I ordered a mini computer from Amazon. And that's what I showed in that video. I got it. So it came yesterday. And I had to hook it up in the train room. And it has an Ethernet cable. So I ran an Ethernet cable from this cabinet, that black cabinet behind me that has my network equipment. And I plugged it into the switch in that cabinet, ran the wire through the wall and out into the train room, but it wasn't long enough to reach where the computer's going to be. So I had a brand new switch, and I put that in the train room. It's a PoE switch, so it can power up Ethernet devices automatically. So I put that in there in case I want to put another camera in there. I don't have to run it into my office. It'll be right in the train room. So I have that there. I didn't mount it anywhere yet. I got it just underneath the layout right now. And then I plug that cord into there. I had a monitor, a 21-inch monitor screen in my shed in the backyard. And I grabbed that with its power cord. It had a HDMI connection on it. And then I had a keyboard, and the mouse on the laptop had a dongle for, wireless mouse. So I put them all on, powered up the new Mini, and boom, it came right up. Thomas Steve found some good pictures of Papa John and Joyce for you. Okay, great. Thanks. Hope she emails them to me soon. That'd be good. Yeah. And so it fired up. And the last week, I was telling you that the big monitor on my wall, it's a 50-inch TV screen that I use for JMRI panels, and that stopped working. And here it was, the HDMI port on that laptop was not working right. So I went out and bought a USB device, a single USB cable to 2 HDMI ports. So you can hook up 2 HDMI ports to one USB device, plug that in, and boom. So I had the two monitors on the wall, and the new monitor is HDMI now. So I got came with the computer was a short HDMI cable, which was great. Plugged that into the computer, the mini, and plugged that back into the 21-inch screen right on the table, and that all worked. Then I said, I thought maybe it was the cable going from the computer to the big screen. So I pulled that out behind the wall and out, and I said, well, let me test this cable. So I ran that cable to the smaller monitor I have on the wall for JMRI, and it was long enough to reach up in and plug in directly, because the one on the wall had a HDMI cable come down, and then it went into a HDMI to USB interface, and then I ran a long USB interface over to that laptop that was there before, and that monitor worked off of the USB port with an HDMI cable connected to it. So great. I just got the email. Thanks a lot. And so the I plugged it in, and then I said, I was going to send that dongle with the two HDMI ports back to Amazon. So I said, I'm going to keep it until I get the new mini. And then I plugged that into my powered USB hub, that device, and I plugged the cable that I had going to the big screen from the little screen into it, and the screen came right up. So I said, great. So then I went on to Amazon and I ordered another 15-foot HDMI cable. Now they don't have HDMI 3 anymore. It's 4K, 6K, 8K, all that. It supports all that. No, it's not an Apple Mini. It's a mini computer. It's a PC, not an Apple computer. It's a mini. I got the box here. It was this. This is that's the brand. SER Series Mini PC. So it comes with Windows 11 on it. I booted it up, set up Windows 11, had a stuff called programs to install, a couple of minor little programs, and then I had to get JMRI installed on there. And in order to get JMRI installed, you need Java. So I went to the Oracle site, and Oracle has the Java versions. And I spoke with the guy from JMRI, and he says, get Java version 11, or no, 17. So I downloaded 17, but then I was having problems, and he said, oh no, go to the Azul, azul.com site and get Java 17 from them. Got that version, put it on, and then JMRI came up. I had uninstalled JMRI, reinstalled again, and it came up in simulation mode, so no panels came up. So I used to have all my JMRI files in a separate folder on the C drive of the computer, and then it would call those files up and everything. But now the new version of JMRI, they want everything in the users folder on there. So I got to move some files into there, and then I'll be able to start them up now that I got all the monitors going and everything. I have one more HDMI port on there, and it gave me an idea. I have another smaller monitor down in my shed. I might bring that up, put it up on a wall, and then I can put another panel up there for anything. Yeah, I know, Mike. It doesn't. But you would think Java is Java, right? But who knows, right? They change things all the time. So, and I got the latest version of JMRI now. It's 5.12, which is the current um, production version. They have a 5.1 something else that's test, but I don't want to be testing. I wanted a production version. So, and I was going from a 5 dot something version, so it wasn't too bad. So, um, it's so that was going on with that laptop. So it's on the floor right there. You can see it in a pile there, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Uh, Maybe one day I'll try to fix the darn thing. It still works. Yeah, I do too, Mike. I use it, and all my layout is in a panel. It's all in a separate panel. Like I have this section, I got that section. They're all separate panels. I used to have it all in one big panel. What a mess that was to maintain. So working, like say I'm working on the Helix, I want to make a change or something. I only have to work on that panel for the Helix, and nothing else is affected by it. The whole thing with that was when you have multiple panels, you have to and train go from one panel to the other. You have to have them linked together, and that was a trick to learn that process. But now I know how to do that, so it's pretty good. So I'm going to see what else transpires with that. So, so that's what was going on with that. So I'm trying to get JMRI to work and with my panels and everything. And when I tried to do it my way instead of figuring it out the right way. And it came up with all kinds of errors on the screen. You couldn't find things and everything. So I think the files have to be located in a certain folder now and stuff like that. So um, we'll do that tomorrow and see what happens. So um, so that's that. So behind me on the service rack, you see a blue and a red thing over there, that side of me, up there. I'm going to move the camera up a little bit so you can see it. Right there. Okay. So that's my um, that's my design for holding the Walters Bridge. And the first side printed on the Mini. And I'm trying to use up a lot of the old filament that I had laying around. So I had a spool of blue. And these prints, this design is 8 hours to print that block like that. So it's 7 inches long, 4 inches wide, 4 inches high, and then there's a 2x2 block on top of it. That's so when you put the bridge down, the rails from the bridge go over the side. And then you have that other piece right over. I gotta move my head the other way. I can't put my finger that way, but if I don't know if you can see it. Okay, no problem. So the file size is perfect. And I, like I said, I was using up the filament, the blue filament. Kept on breaking, and it would say out of filament, and then I had to fill it in again and start it again. And it was a longer process than 8 hours to do it. Like an 8 hour print, I let it go overnight. And it stopped because it didn't go. So I said, okay, I want to put it, I'm going to put the other side. I need two of those, one for each side. And then I ordered some plexiglass from Amazon. That came today. And I put the plexiglass on the bottom, glue those two pieces on, and it's permanently in a spot. And then I can just take the bridge out and put it on there. I'm going to start weathering that bridge a little bit and doing that kind of work. So I want to be able to take the thing out. Yeah, well, I like that piece on there, and it does get in the way. See, my turntable is up high; it's on the top level. When it's down low, like you are, James, that could you could accidentally bump it when you're reaching across something or something like that. Yeah, it's a very flimsy piece. So I can understand why I don't want to put it on there, but it looks nice when it's on there. So I'm going to weather all that stuff, make it look like, right now it's a shiny black. Well, I'll make it look like it's rusted and stuff. So um, the other piece, so then I decided to put red filament in the mini. No, no, I said I'm going to print the other piece on the big printer, the big the A1 instead of the mini. See if it's any faster. Well, and it started printing, and the red started breaking, and it would just snap, and then I'd have to fill it. And I said, that's it. I killed it. I said, I can't deal with this every 5 minutes changing filament. So I went into my bins, pulled out another color. I found a blue. It didn't have much on it. So I said, let me just do that, round that out. So it ran out, got about 20% done. Then I had a spool of orange. So that one, the oranges have bigger amount of the filament on it. So it's printing on the big printer right now. You can't see it. It's off to the side there. And so it's printing. It's at 44% right now. I'm watching it on my phone. And and so that's what's going on with that. And the film, this kept on snapping. And then I'd have to stop. The printer would stop and say, no more filament. And then I would fill it in, and then it would snap before it even got started. So then I had to take the PTFE tube off and pull it out and then put it in again. And I got that. I said, that's enough of that. I'm not going to. It's all his AI buddies. uh, well, hey, I'm up to 567 subscribers now, and the watch hours are creeping up slowly but surely. One day we'll get there. And I got people commenting on my videos. I don't even think they're subscribed to me, but they're watching the video, so that's all I care about. So I respond to every one of them. Oh, he doesn't understand a question. So anyway, um, that's the holder for the bridge. So that way you don't have to just lay it there, because those bridge rails are really. I'm still not monetized with 1,700 subs. Yeah. Well, it's not only the subs, it's the watch hours. You have to have both of them. And watch hours are tough to get. And so Dwight was helping me with that. Jim Tedesco was helping me with that. I just need a bunch of people to start watching some of my um, uh, what are they called? The where you group all the files together. Large cube seems like inefficient use for a film for the purpose. No. Yeah, well, that this one here, it stopped after, it was still printing. I mean, it printed it nice and clean, but this here piece took me 5 hours to do this because I had to keep stopping and pulling the film in and out. After that, there's the red filament. A lot on there yet. There's a lot of stuff on there. In the trash it goes. Not worried about it. Yeah, it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. I could probably stand on this. Yeah, it puts all this inside to fill it in. And then this gets all closed. Like that piece up there gets all closed. So then I got the plexiglass, and anybody ever cut plexiglass before? I took my knife and I put two marks on it to make it as wide as that. And it's the right length. I got a 16-inch piece long. And I started scoring it and scoring it and scoring it and scoring it. And it doesn't, I don't know how long you have to score it for. I put a brand new blade on here and scored it and scored it and scored it. And I can't get it to cut it at all. And I don't want to try to, I mean, I scored it, then I flipped it over to the other side and started scoring it from that side to see if it would meet in the middle or something. Nothing. So I went after the show. I'm going to cut a bandsaw. I don't have a bandsaw. Oh, you? Maybe, Jim. I don't. I gotta look at the blades I have. Um, and use a table saw and a torch. Yeah. Well, see, I got a table saw. I got a mini table saw. I have a couple of blades in there. I'll have to look and see which one it is. Wish I had a bandsaw. Use a chainsaw. Yeah. Too wide of a blade, Dwight. But I looked up when I bought the plexiglass. I ordered it from Amazon. They had the right lengths I needed, and I go, and then they said down below plexiglass knives, and all they were knives like this with a blade that had a little hook on it or something. I don't know why. I mean, you can't. I couldn't. You can't put those pieces of plexiglass. Um, is oh, do they? Home Depot has a plexiglass scoring tool for $5. Okay, maybe I'll go to Home Depot tomorrow because that'll make a mess. My mini table is screwed down to my table on the wall there. And that's 16 inches long. I'd have to take that apart and put it on the floor and cut it maybe. I don't know. But that printout is the other side. And then, and on the top of that thing, I'm going to put I put a piece of Wooden Scenics road bed on there just to make it a softer surface for that to lay on. And I'll put another piece on the other side. So, yeah, well, I can't send it to Amazon and have them cut it. And I don't know who sells plexiglass around me. Yeah, those blades will remove a small amount. Yeah, I don't know. So that's this is what I did. I marked it, and then I put my yardstick there, and I put I clamped it to it, and then I just took the knife and started scoring this right along the edge here, over and over and over again. Look for an Austin plexi dealer. Yeah, well, I'll have to do some more research on that. So, I mean, that's just, it's just the way it is. Uh, I don't know why this doesn't cut it, you know, at all. Well, it's only 1/8 inch, Jim. That's a 1/8 inch thick. That's 1/8 inch. They have 1/4 inch. I said, I don't want 1/4 inch. 1/8 is enough. So I'll get it cut somehow. Austin Plastics. I'll look at that. Austin. Sounds like that's something in Texas. Austin Plastic. Yeah, cut it in half on your table saw. Yeah, well, what kind of blade did you use, James? That's plastic, right? You cut the plastic. See, I cut the filament parts on with that blade that's currently in there. I got a bunch. I only need a 4-inch wide. I can always, if that doesn't work, I can always cut another piece. So, they're nationwide. Okay, I'll have to look. But I doubt if they're anywhere near me. And I don't know if Home Depot cuts it for you. I think they sell plexiglass there, but I don't know if they cut it. A fine tooth is better, and a zero clearance insert does help. Okay. All right, James. I got you. Use a sharp, fine tooth blade in a table saw. Okay. Sharp, fine tooth blade. Well, Like I said, the blade that's currently in the table saw right now is, oh, I see a video suggesting putting the plexiglass under a sheet of wood and cutting both with table saw prevents fluttering and chipping. Oh, in other words, put a piece of wood on top of the plexiglass and cut both. Okay, well, I'll have to play around with some of them suggestions, but I don't, I won't need it for a while. Yeah, that's right, Jim. It'll work. I used to cut plexiglass golf cart windshields on a table saw. Yeah, but it's a bigger table saw. It has to be a bigger table saw. I don't know if that mini will handle a piece of wood and a plexiglass. I'll give it a shot with just the blade and see how it goes. I'll know right away when it gets in there. I don't know what kind of blades. I have to look at the box that it came with and see it. You use a torch to smooth the. Yeah, I know how to smooth the edges afterwards. That's not my problem. My problem is getting it cut in the first place. So yeah. So oh, the other thing I got that came, um, good old UPS. Um, Something's going on down in South Jersey. UPS down there. I don't know what they do down there, but anyway, this came, and this is what I was talking about last week. This is the Walters Advanced Control Module, and that's going to allow me to do um, controlling the turntable through my NCE Power Pro device and switch to the service track that I want to get switched to. This is the board, okay? And let's see, look, wrong side. This here is the connection that goes to your um, module that you have on your fascia. It has two of these on it, one for incoming and one for outgoing. And then this cable that comes with it, that plugs into this here port, right? It's like a telephone cable, right? That plugs into there, like so. It's like that, okay? This blue connector here, that goes two wires to your DCC system. And it's real simple. So, like I said, my turntable's on the fifth level. And hey, Anthony, how you doing? I think I said hello to you from Georgia, Sunbelt. How you doing? So, um, And what it does is I have two of those fascia controllers, one in the front and one in the back, and I can control the turntable from either location. So all I got to do is hook this up to one of them fascia controllers, and then where I'm going to mount this is up there close, so I only need to run a short um, wire to one of the bus lines, so it has DCC access. Hey, welcome, Dave. How you doing? So um, that's what this is going to be. Um, I'm going to get to this soon, I hope. Couldn't do it with the bridge out, so I'm going to work on this after I get that laptop or that mini computer worked out. And seeing how that goes. So it'd be really cool if JMRI would show the turntable moving to the sidings, the service tracks. Right now, I have the turntable on my panel and the service tracks there, but it doesn't do anything. It's just there, and I know it's there. So I got to see if I can see if that works, or I'll put that suggestion into my JMRI developer guy and see if they can get that to interface. I don't know if they can or not, but we'll see. Yeah, I heard about that, but I still think it was sabotage. And now it's going to cost $5 billion to fix it. Um, this board has sensor connections on it, Jim. I got to read more about that stuff and see. So, but see, the thing is, can they send that sensor to the NCE system, which will then communicate with JMRI and say, okay, service track 21 is now on or off, or the engine's in there, something. So, yeah, whatever it was a big mess. It's really strange. Well, they called the cops to tell them to close the bridge. That's why there wasn't many people on it. So that wasn't too bad. Yeah, my printout is now 48% going strong. So it's working along. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, so that's I was so anxious to get that. Then the computer became the priority. So that's what I've been working on the last couple of days. And hopefully I get that resolved soon. And JMRI comes up and all the panels come up. So we'll see how it all works out. See, If I would have kept the same version of Jamboree, I wouldn't have had a problem probably. But I wanted the newest version out there, and we'll see. I had heard the printer click, so I don't know if it's just moving around or if it's getting that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I will. Once I start putting this in, I'm going to do a step-by-step video showing how this goes in. Um, yeah, that's right, Bob. Uh, and now I'm going to do a step-by-step of it to and show because nobody's done one of those. I did some research on it, and I don't see any. All I see is somebody, oh, and I put it in, and that's it. You know, they don't show how it operates. They don't show what they did to install it. You know, so I'll do one so anybody that wants to do one can watch the video and then they'll see how it is. It's not that difficult to install, and so that part won't be too long. Setting it up, you know, configuring it and stuff like that. Um, that's the problem that we'll have to see. So, yeah, that's right. Yep, that's right, Bob. So, I mean, it's just, like I was working on. Oh, I got the Helix track all cleaned finally, and I ran an engine up and down, and it worked. And the engine that I was using to push the track cleaning car on, I ran that back again, and then it didn't work. So I think I had to clean the wheels on it again. So, um, but at least that's clean now. I got a couple of engines that I'm going to use that are going to be moving the cars from one location to the other, and I got to make sure that they go up and down without any problem. So I got about five engines. I got a sixth engine. There's Harley. Say hello to Harley. And six engines. I got another one that I'm waiting for Jason to do so I can have the same engine he has, and he hasn't gotten to it yet. So I got to figure out how to put a decoder in that engine. Um, that engine has no wires in it at all, and it's all hooked up, and a bar goes across, and the trucks have a bar on it, and that bar touches that bar, and then the light comes down and it's connected to a bar that gets connected to that bar, and that's how that works. And yeah, he comes in and says hello. Hey Russ, welcome. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm going to be cutting it off in a few minutes here, but I'm just going over a couple of other odds and ends here. And so um, I want to get some videos of the trains running, and then I want to have the trains running too. So the first level trains are all running. I started running them at jack speed. I slowed them down to 6 point some miles per hour, and yeah. Well, I got Mike. I got my first layout when I was born. I was born on December 2nd, and my dad bought me a train set for Christmas. So I was 23 days old. And then he put it up. He liked it more. I didn't know nothing about it. He liked it. And so he put a big we had a small house when I was born. He put a 4x8 platform there, and he put the track around. He bought some houses and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff I still have today. I don't have any of the track because that was that old brass. And so that's what that's how I got into trains. And from that point on, I've been doing trains off and on for many years. So, all right, people. Well, I want to thank everybody for stopping in. I'm going to play the outro video now. This was something that Mike from Trackside Mike was having trouble the other night with. And I didn't have StreamYard up. So, James, let Mike know this process. In StreamYard, you click on Present, and a menu pops up. And then you click on Video File. And then it takes you to the folder where your videos are. And you select the video you want to play. And you click on Open. And then it's going to put it up on the screen. Why isn't it putting it up on my screen? There you go. There it is. So, thanks a lot, guys, for showing up. I appreciate everybody. And everybody have a great week. Don't forget to watch Jim Fresco tomorrow night at 6. And we'll see you all in the next video. I'll still be here for all the questions running this outro. So, yeah, I'll let you know. I'll post it in the community post on my channel. So, I know my print is now at 50%. Still going. That's okay, Russ. Never late. Ho, ho, ho. I think most of us are wanted this, Charles. Yeah, I know, Russ. That's the problem. But what can you do? I was here first, so that's why. what I'm saying. Everybody else is trying to jump in on the Wednesday thing. Thanks, Jim. Okay, guys. Good night, everyone.